see what happens.
hardware and games and everything that's coming out. It's probably the worst possible time for Nintendo. God. You know, they were planning this years in advance, but it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Trump's tariffs, basically, which are attacks on you, basically to fund more fucking breaks for billionaires and allow them to buy low in a self-induced fucking recession. It's already affecting us. I've gotten a bunch of emails. For board game companies are freaking out because they're seeing how much
they're screwed.
They're fucked. And this is my love, my passion. Our Street Fighter.
You know, I'm actually glad that Angry Joe is still around, and it seems like he's still passionate about this kind of stuff, because I'm going to tell you guys right now, Angry Joe is no longer growing as a content creator. He has he has 3 million, he has more than 3 million subscribers, but a lot of his growth was in the early days, because he's been on YouTube for a decade now, I think, or something. But it seems like he has just accepted that, he's coasted into a gradual role with his current audience, and he seems okay with it, so good for him.
Miniatures game, absolutely not possible. Would not even be a thing.
By the way, I was around when Angry Joe first gave the signs of him being anti-Trump, because so back in the day, before content creation, before anything, I think when I was in college, I was looking at Angry Joe's Twitter, and he was just basically publicly going anti-Trump, and that was before it was popular for some other people to go anti-Trump at the time, and he faced a lot of backlash for it.
We couldn't sell that at all. Video games are going to be affected. Airsoft. I just got an email from Airsoft, one of my Airsoft places that I buy stuff, 20% price increases.
Am I the only one who doesn't see the difference on anything? I think California is I don't know.
And I think all in an attempt to get those fucking companies to somehow move everything to the U.S. to fucking manufacture. It's not happening.
Yeah, there's not a switch you can just turn on and immediately do United States manufacturing here. There's a lot of specialized equipment that goes into board games, video games, and some things can eventually move over.
Yeah.
But sweeping tariffs, blanket tariffs, plus retaliatory tariffs immediately without giving these industries time to adapt is how you kill industries.
In either case, the consumer is still fucked, even if it moved all over. You know how expensive U.S. labor is, and the U.S. labor force versus other forces, you're going to be paying that increase, a 20% increase. In some instances, it's basically impossible. But that's why blanket tariffs are so fucking stupid. I understand maybe targeted tariffs. Okay, this percent here, this on this good here, this it. But blanket tariffs, which is what is doing, is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, targeted ones to protect the industries that we do have and that are developing within the within our infrastructure totally makes sense. And so it's not.
Holy shit. Joe is being fucking based right now, okay? Thank God. Wow. Okay, good for him.
Not a useless economic device.
To teach you a little bit here.
I mean, so what's important, we make dick jokes and we joke around about video games, and so it's well, I don't want to claim that we are experts, but we are passionate about it. And if you're looking for more information, there's a ton of information. I would definitely go clear this out.
Sure.
But a 54% tariff on imports from China to the United States is going to be absolutely devastating to the things that we know and that we love.
Right.
And that's including video games and board games. Steve Jackson Games here in Austin. Wonderful fucking people.
Amazing people.
I have worked with them. I've played their games for years.
Tested.
And they are freaking out. And they are freaking out to the point where the article they wrote talking about how tariffs are going to impact them shut their website down. So many people were looking at it. If you play games, if you buy monitors and mice, this is going to be bad.
And all this is based on made up rates.
Yeah.
When Trump brings out his fucking thing here, look at all this is the reciprocal tariffs.
No, and Bill, I respect that a lot out of him.
But they're fucking made up. They're made up numbers. It's ChatGPT running the government. I've seen that. But the value that only they know how they got to by combining other values together, it doesn't fucking.
He actually knows a lot more than the average layman. Angry Joe actually knows a lot more than the average layman. I appreciate that.
work that way. You can't. The actual effective tariff on the U.S. from China is more like 7%, not this made up 60+% that he claims, in order to justify a ridiculously high blanket tariff across all of those countries that you saw there. And just look at the market. It's in free fall. Red everywhere. Yeah, we're fucking winning, man.
I don't want to open up my app.
Yeah, don't open your app.
He should just cover politics from now on. I would watch Angry Joe review politics angrily. Foods, what's your education if it ain't personal? Computer science and engineering, bachelor's degree.
Joe, people that have voted for him are already losing millions, and I'm seeing them putting videos on X crying about it. And then some other fans are like, "Oh, you didn't need that. You don't need it. It's a luxury. You don't need this." Everybody they go. But if a Democratic president would have done this, they'd have been fucking up in arms.
Like, could you imagine if Obama already.
Hello? Who's been feeding Joe talking points? Who's been feeding Joe these based-ass talking points? Hello? Yes, the double standards, yes.
It keeps dipping.
The billions combined have been lost.
It's been rough.
And now, guys, these prices are about to go up even higher in a price squeeze that's basically on the little guy, us. We are expected to pay the higher effective, tax rate on us because Trump says so. So him and his buddies can buy up the economy for fucking billionaire at lower prices and make record profits later, as if they aren't already making record profits. I think what blows me away is
I can't believe how many people are now suddenly okay with crypto scams, because like I bet a lot of these same people would not be okay when anybody else does a crypto scam, but suddenly when Trump does a crypto scam, now it's okay. Like when he's doing rug pulling, now it's okay. That's fucking nuts. That's insane to me. That I'll never get over that.
Like the richest person in the 2000s was made like 50 billion. No, I think it was 100 billion. Bill Gates. And now just 20 years.
Food coins just super chats to me, okay?
Years later, guess what it is? 342 billion. The richest
I like how you
person.
rolled
That's
R.
a 3 times growth in a short amount of time. Billionaires, their riches are accelerating. We've never seen the fucking rate that billionaires' riches are accelerating.
I would. One thing, if we can get you to do anything, is I would like you, as a person watching right now, look up, just Google the difference between $1 billion and $1 million.
Right.
Because most people have no reference.
idea.
So when they're like, "Oh, it's like
billion's nothing."
It's
it is. You literally cannot spend that much.
It is crazy
for one person to have $1 billion, and we're talking about 342 billion, and we're talking about multiple billionaires.
Yeah.
Why do you think that Donald Trump put all the fucking billionaires in his administration? Look up how many billionaires he has in his administration. It is the record. It is the richest cabinet ever, filled with the most the most billionaires ever. And his right-hand man is the richest fucking person on the planet. How much more blatant do you need to be before people realize that they aren't these populists, but they're like literally the definition of fucking oligarchs?
Well, the thing is they tell you that they're not oligarchs. And so they're like, "Oh, I believe him." It's like, but what?
This is from Fox News themselves. Terminate the Trump tariffs before it's too late. The truth is that tariffs are taxes. This is from Fox News. They don't punish foreign governments. They punish American families. When we tax imports, we raise the prices of everything from groceries to smartphones to washing machines to board games to video games, is what we've been talking about. But what the article goes on to explain is every single time the government and Republican Party...
He's making sure to only use Fox News articles. Peak. Is he doing this on purpose? Or is it because he actually does consume Fox News but he's informed? I don't know, okay? But he's based.
have tried this strategy. They have lost
1830,
massively.
1930, and then now here. Yeah, they lost the House and Senate for 60 years.
The Hawley-Smoot Tariff Act, which anyone raised or lowered, raised tariffs in an effort to collect more revenue for the federal government. Did it work? Anyone? Anyone know the effects? It did not work, and the United States sank deeper into the Great Depression.
The last time they did these tariffs. So in 1930, Smoot-Hawley tariff worsened.
And even Fox News, I think that's what they should do. Yep.
the Great Depression, wiped out the Republican Party. By 1933, they lost over 100 seats in the House.
Yeah.
So this is incredibly, divisive, even amongst their own party, because they realize the people who are going to feel this are us.
Yeah.
And I'm already feeling it. I'm getting tons of different emails about how stuff I buy is going up in price.
I mean, you don't have to believe us on any things. Like, we're going back to what we were talking about with board games. Like, look at the Steve Jackson post. They described how prices that were at $25 are probably going to become $40.
Yeah.
And this is a company that's been around forever. Like, have you ever played Munchkin? You have, because there's a million versions of Munchkin. And, like, these companies, the established ones, may be able to weather this, but you have to understand that consumers are already stretched thin. Like, with the prices of everything, it's already stretched thin.
But Joe, how is this even possible? How are you blaming one person? How are you blaming Trump? Well, how is one person responsible for this? That's what I was thinking. Like, why are we doing this? Did you know because Trump declared a national emergency? That's the only reason any of this is happening. He said, there's a national emergency. Yeah. I have to do this right now.
Yeah.
But the economy was recovering. We were going on an upward trend, and now So there's a lot of legal stuff here that's going to really need to be like, is this actually legal to declare a national emergency for one person to just start putting a bunch of fucking tariffs on across the board?
We don't typically go back and address mistakes that we've made in the past.
Yeah, that's scary.
We typically don't do
that's
that
scary.
here. So that I would not expect any of that stuff to happen.
No.
So it's affecting board games. I'm seeing some people that have to basically change the way they're developing some of the content that they're including, and prices are going up by 20 to 25% already in these industries where, there's little hope of manufacturing coming here. And even if the manufacturing comes here, your prices are going to be far higher than they've ever been.
Yeah, you're going to be pricing out the majority of your consumers, and they're going to have to start. I mean, that's what I do now, right? Like, prices went up in video games. I don't buy every video game that comes out. A lot of times I do the patient thing, and I wait for them to go on sale.
By the way, this is because video games are always, and there will always be luxury products, okay? Because gamers treat video games as, like, gamers will go, oh my gosh, this game is $70 now, $80 now. It's not worth buying. Look at these bundles. These bundles are scams. Well, guess what? Video games are like buying houses. You don't need houses. You don't need video games, okay? Like, video games are like buying the newest iPhone 50, okay? You don't need the new iPhone 50. Video games are luxury products. You don't need to play video games. Video games is a privilege, not a right. So, yes, of course they're going to be raising the prices on these.
I play them way later.
Yeah.
I do all these other things. And it's going to start doing that with board games rather than pick up the board games or the new Warhammer thing. Warhammer's already raised its price every year for 4 years, and now they're going to be going up a lot. Dude. And so...
See, you fucking... I can't believe...
So it's
Warhammer, I love...
I need video games, but just wait for a Steam sale.
I love Warhammer so much. Do you see how all this personally affects me? I feel targeted by this shit.
I'll loan you the books, man.
I feel
just read the books.
Because that shit was already too expensive, and Games Workshop now is going to be even more expensive. They're pricing people out. It's going to be bad.
You can get Faster Than Light for $5. I'm just saying, the game that I'm playing right now, the mod is free. The mod basically adds 500% more content to the game, okay?
So we're going to be starting pricing people out on all these things, including board games and video games. And we'll just have to see. Like I said, the experts have said that we don't even know how bad it could get because this isn't the end. We're just at the beginning phase of things. But Nintendo pulling back the pre-order in the United States for the Switch 2, that's going to be the next big domino, I think, because we only have until June 5th. The console comes out on June 5th in the United States.
Yeah. Okay.
Before then, we have to know what the pre-order price is going to be because we have to have time for shipping. So I would say within the next month, we are going to know what Nintendo is going to charge for the Switch 2 and for the games. And I don't think it's going to be lower.
I just got another email. Action Figures just increased their prices. The DC Multiverse figures face price hikes as the 2025 tariffs hit the toy industry hard. So toys are fucked. McLaren Toys now adds a $3 price increase on all DC action figures. Oh, cool.
I wasn't.
Price is right.
Like how much my Lego's gonna be?
Oh, well, Legos is sweet. No, where is the Lego factory? Prague, right? It's the Czech Republic. So
I don't know if is that the factory, because they may probably they may have regional like North American distribution.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
I need to hurry up and get my graphics card.
Yeah,
before that goes
well,
up,
here's the thing.
I need one. Mine.
This is part of Trump's plan. Is he wants individual companies to come begging as part of consolidating power. Like, please give me an exception and do. And he's like, okay, well, do what I fucking say. If you do shit so maybe you can start getting exceptions.
We do have
those.
some, right? So we know that semiconductors coming out of Taiwan will have a bit of.
Shh, Lynn, you don't need Mario Kart. Come on, Lynn. Do you need Mario Kart?
A bit of a break, but that's because they've been investing in infrastructure here in the United States. Good thing, right?
Shit.
Like, but it's like what we said is like.
Yep.
All tariffs, as a rule, are not bad. Yeah. Targeted ones like where we can do things here are good and protect our local industries. Blanket tariffs across all things, willy-nilly, like going into a government department and firing everyone, or saying, hey, did you know that there were kids getting Social Security? How stupid is that? It's like, yeah, it's the orphans, you idiot. Maybe we don't cut the Social Security for orphans because they thought that they were getting.
I need to stop missing. Please stop missing.
Enough. It's like, yeah, but their parents got Batman, so maybe we give them
Batman.
money.
Yeah. All right. Well, and I just got another email here, notification of a news. Board game publishers lament the devastating impact of U.S. tariffs. There's no silver lining here. This is CEO. It is a lose-lose.
I'm actually so surprised at how. See, this is why a lot of gamer news people need to turn into political commentators. Okay, because I'm going to tell you guys this right now. Gaming journalists or gaming commentators are some of the most anal people on the face of the planet. They will dig into the code to make commentary. They will dig into different game developers' Twitter histories to make commentary. Okay? They just need to direct that same energy the right way, and they can become a force for good. Okay? This is what I'm talking about. This is what they should do. This is what people these people should do. Absolutely. And I'm actually surprised at the guy on the right. The guy on the right knows what he's talking about. He seems to know even more than Joe, right? Like, he's talking about how directed tariffs can Alex, right? So Alex knows how directed tariffs can actually be a force for good, how they can actually be a good thing. But we apply general tariffs to everything, which is just bad for everything, right? Was an amazing commentary and a force for good. I mean, was he talking about politics? I'm sure he was good.
Situation for everybody involved. Yeah. The tabletop boom just stopped dead in its tracks because I was over there. I was just over there. Like, everybody's like nervous about the tariffs, and there were so many cool like independent popping up here and there, and that this is gonna kill it.
Yeah,
it's gonna kill it.
I mean, the board game industry will adapt, right? There's going to be less of a toy factor to all of the games. Everything will be significantly more bare bone, and that's not the end of the world. But it's just like things are going to change, things are going to cut back, and like Steve Jackson again said, they're going to look at games deemed not profitable enough, ones that they probably have been putting out for years, and they're like, look, with the tariffs, we can't do it. We can't charge anymore because the demand is already too low, and so things are changing.
Things are changing, and it's not for the better. Just watch the billionaires. See how fast their money is increasing. I don't think that this level of wealth acquisition at this rate can hold. It's a 700% increase from just 2005.
They didn't.
We're in 2025, and they are making 700% increases. Congratulations to the rich. They've been winning this fucking class war, and the poor doesn't even know what's happening, man. We don't even know what the fuck is happening. They don't give a shit. And it's buy low.
Well, I mean, I know who the problem is.
What's the problem?
Well, I watched the South Park movie, and there's this blame Canada thing. I'm starting to think that maybe
it is Canada's fault.
No, I love Canada.
I love Canada.
And I love Mexico. I love all of you people. I just don't like some of the stuff that's happening right now. And it's not your fault.
All right. Well, hopefully it just, obviously at the price increases from Nintendo, vote with your wallet, monitor the situation as it unfolds. Guys. The industries that are getting hit the hardest are right now reacting to it. That is board games, that is video games, that is some of these other industries. And as we go along, we got 4 more fucking years of this. We got 3-4 more years of this. So we'll see how things impact and how it gets reduced. So we'll see, and we'll keep you updated. But right now, as you can see, just open up your feed and you'll see how things are going right now, and it's not well. So awesome. We I guess we voted for this. America voted for this, so we're going to go into a little bit of a self-induced recession.
You reap what you sow.
And you reap what you sow. So we'll see how that plays out over time. Incredibly disappointing episode. I think I had something on EA and Battlefield, but I didn't get to it. EA and Battlefield.
So this is actually one of the cutest encounters in the game. I kind of want to show this. Boo. The word flashes on the screen, shortly followed by text. Have I caused you fear? So there's this race in the extended version of this game, in the multiverse mod, called ghosts, I think. Vagabond ghosts or whatever, right? And they're just basically gas aliens. And there's just a bunch of dorks, okay? I mean, they also take over ships and attack you, but we ignore that part. If you answer, yes, I was very scared, the screen goes blank and then a ghost beams onto the bridge. Ha, you caused me sensations of joy. That is an emotion I have not felt in many cycles. I think I'll stick with you, breather. And then this person just joins your crew. It's so cute. It's actually so adorable.